Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. You already know who this is. Okay, this is your part 3. Okay. To your general 2023 messages. So when I did part 2, I wasn't feeling anything for finance for your finance and career. However, they did, when I turned the camera off, they was like, clear the board of the love messages and then start over. So I am um, basing this off of the first part, which was general. Is so definitely tap into that one. If you are interested in love, tap into the second one. Okay. And if you're interested in career and finance, you're right where you need to be. Okay. So let's get some messages here on top of the first. So, all right, the first message, I'm going to just give you a little summary, a little snippet, but you should go watch it for the full one. Okay, so basically it was saying, Divine was saying that you're right where you need to be. You've cut off the people, places, and things that just no longer served you, and you surrendered to the journey, and you basically learned all the lessons, valuable and hard lessons that you needed to learn up to this point, right? In order to ascend and move on to the next cycle of your life, right? Of the journey. Um, Great energy, very clear, positive, uplifting, inspiring. So you can expect brand new beginnings, brand new changes and shifts and things really coming together here because you've been pretty much doing you've been doing the work. You've been active in your journey. I almost said in your career. You've been putting in the work in all areas and aspects of your life while working on yourself. So because of that, for this new year, this new cycle, you can expect great things, right? In summary. But I would definitely go back to the first message so that way you can get everything that you need without missing anything. Because I just quickly glanced over that by reading this again. So I'm going to tap into career and finance. Okay. And let's see what messages Spirit has for you. So they're drawing my attention to the pentacles that are out here, right? So what I'm picking up here in this general message is that when it comes to your career and finance, you are shifting from juggling, right, your career and finance to something more stable. But the thing about it is that you had to learn how to make better decisions when it came to your career and finance. Okay. I'm picking up, you had to set the facade aside and really get realistic here when it came to like your goals. They're giving me your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations when it came to your career and finance. It's kind of like you had to set aside anything that you've ever known when it came to your career and finance and get real with yourself, right? 333 on the clock, as I say this, you had to get crystal clear on what it is that you wanted to do and what you were being called to do, like naturally, not what your family wants you to do, not what your significant other wants you to do, not what your best friend is telling you to get into, what you want to do, right? What naturally draws you and calls you. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. You had to really, really bask in your truth when it came to your career and finance. So that way you can start to see, they're giving me the accolades, right? Of your dreams and aspirations. Like, for example, if you feel like, because you do have the Five of Pentacles here, right? You have the Five of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups here, but it's kind of like, this is not enough, right? I'm hearing with all due respect. Like you might feel like you have enough. You might feel like, you have a lot to be proud of and grateful for. But the angels and ancestors are saying, like, this is not enough. Like you're destined 444, as I say this, for more, right? They've already put this blessing over your head, right? So whatever it is that you're doing for career and finance, is all right, but you're destined for more. You're destined for bigger. You're destined for greater. So it's kind of like I'm hearing, why settle in debt? Ooh, DEBT. Why settle in this Five of Pentacles where you can have more, when you can have the Ten of Pentacles? So let's see what's going on here. What they want you to know here for your career and finance. So this is message 1, 2, and 3. Let's dive in and see. Because message 1 here, like I said, you had to stand in your truth, right? And really, really be truthful and find clarity on what you want to do when it comes to your career and finance. And once you figure that out, you have to choose that and sit in that and say, well, this is what I want. This is what makes me happy. I'm doing this because it makes me happy. Fuck the money. The money will come, right? Because I am picking up, like, the Ten of Pentacles is not out here, so I'm not seeing this whole money type of push. I'm seeing, like, passion. You have the Nine of Cups here with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords, right? This is a passion. Like, you had to get crystal clear, like, this career thing. And I feel like just in general, like, just by, like, dealing with people on an everyday basis, I feel like people are shifting from that old paradigm on you have to be a doctor or you have to be a lawyer. Or no, people are, like, really embracing their truest expression. And I feel like that's, like, creating such a major shift in everything right now, in everyone's decision making, even, like, companies, you know, they're seeing that. People are like, no, they're saying fucking no. Like, wow, you know, people are standing up. So I hope this is making sense here. Ace of Swords. What do we have here for this Ace of Swords? Because we have the Fool card and the Two of Pentacles. Actually, let's just tap into this Ace of Swords first. This is how they're giving it to me. Why is this? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot, Spirit. I don't want to take all of these. I'm not going to take all of these, but we're going to see what this is. Because you have the Page of Pentacles here in the reverse. Then you have the Devil card, the Wheel of Fortune with the Hangman here. Oh, sorry, you didn't see that. With the World card that fell out on the Five of Pentacles. And then you have Everything is Fine that fell out on my other deck. So let's read this. And then I'm just going to leave whatever. I don't know. We're going to read it. Fuck it. We're going to take them all. Yeah. This is just basically, I think, clarifying what I said. Because with the Page of Pentacles here in the reverse is giving me, you had to learn this lesson. Like, and if you didn't learn it yet, you will be learning it, or you're learning it now. Take the energy how it resonates. But with the Page of Pentacles here, you had to realize that you couldn't settle for less. That's really what I'm getting here. That Page of Pentacles is not enough. You know, whoever you are, you're standing by the city. It's like you're on your way to the city. You're leaving the country. You're leaving this small town or whatever. And you're on your way to the big city. But you had to realize, like, where you are is not, I'm hearing, not where you're supposed to be, or not where you're supposed to, like, stay, right? You have to keep going. You have to keep growing, right? The Devil card with the Wheel of Fortune and the Hangman here is just an indicator that over time, it was destined for you to close out this karmic cycle here by telling yourself the wrong things, or believing the wrong things, or surrounding yourself around naysayers, people saying that you couldn't do it, wouldn't do it, shouldn't do it, whatever stupid shit. Like, you had to go through your own awakening to see your own potential. 9:09 on the clock. And this was destined to happen, but you had to do things in divine order, right? I almost said in divine protection. So, like I said, you have to do it in divine order here. And this was destined to be. So congratulations on overcoming this point in your journey. This is major. You know, this is awesome. But it fell out on the Fool card with the Two of Pentacles. And this is giving me, you know, you having to overcome that fear. The Devil card is giving me like a fear, a worry, an anxiety, some type of negative energy, like doubting yourself, telling yourself you couldn't do it because of what other people were saying, or what other people were thinking or because of what you've seen other people doing. You know, comparison kills, bro, right? So I feel that whoever you are, you had to overcome this, right? And stand in your own truth, stand in your own power, and really, really fuel your own dreams. You know what I'm saying? You had to kind of disconnect from everybody else and stand on your own. I'm getting like this lone wolf type of energy. And, you know, and by doing so, with the world card falling on the Five of Pentacles, and by doing so, and separating yourself from naysayers and pessimists and narcissists and all that negative energy, you close out this major cycle of, you know, lack, right? You close out this major cycle of telling yourself that you weren't good enough to have more things, or you weren't destined to have more things, or whatever it is that you were telling yourself to keep yourself in this lack mentality. You know, you close this cycle out by realizing your fullest potential. And I'm picking up here that in order for you to see your fullest potential, you know, you were already on this journey of self-development anyway. You were already going through things. And I just feel like it was like a domino effect, right? Like ultimately this area of your life was going to be impacted because of everything else that you were working on, right? That's how energy works. It's kind of like you might start off with love as your main focus, but as you continue to develop and learn what you need to learn, your whole life is going through this major shift. So I think that ultimately one thing led to another, and now it's affecting your career and your finance, and you're really like starting to see like, wow, my life is changing here just by you standing in your truth. But you had to learn this lesson here. Did I pick up my deck upside down? Nope. Yeah, so I thought I picked up my deck upside down, but the Magician card was in the reverse. So what that's telling me here is that, you know, whatever somebody was, some people or whatever, like I said, those naysayers, those pessimists, those narcissists, whatever in the fuck, they wanted you to be in like this, like confirmation, this Five of Cups energy, this woe is me, nothing is working out, whatever, because they didn't want you to, they're giving me succeed above their level. They didn't want you to grow more than them. They didn't want your forward movement, because 12:34 just passed on the clock. They didn't want you to progress further than them, right? They wanted to keep you oppressed. They wanted to keep you stuck and stagnant because they saw your potential. But whatever this is or was, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like that was all fake any fucking way. Like whoever you are, you're much powerful than they are. Don't forget you have the 10 of Swords. Well, everything is fine, but it is 10 of Swords that fell out. And it fell out on my deck, Crazy Sexy Love Notes, which is filled with all these uplifting messages. So I thought that was interesting that everything is fine fell out on that, because it's the truth. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you see, you know, comparison, like I said, kills. Okay. And she's sitting there, she's looking at her phone. She's probably swiping through her timeline and seeing everybody, you know, where she might want to be or whatever the case is. But everything is fine. Okay. And once you get out of your own way, get out of your own head and surrender to the journey and realize like you're not in this dark place. You know, she's dressed in pink and turquoise, for crying out loud. You know, once you realize you're not supposed to be in this dark space here, you're flourishing, you're booming is what they're saying. Your career and finances and love life and every area of your life is booming. But you have to realize that everything is fine. You have to realize that you go through endings for brand new beginnings. 14:14 on the clock as I say this. So this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. It's giving me a sneak peek of your whole entire journey from beginning to end. Like I said, I'm not really picking up anything that you're having to do in order for your career and finance to take this shift. I'm really picking up by you starting your journey. Whatever drove you to start your journey, I'm really picking up here. 14:44 just passed on the clock. I'm really picking up here has really like pushed you to just change your whole entire life. it's kind of like automatic. It's kind of like inevitable, right? So good work. So let's see what the second message here, with the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Like I said, it's and then you still have the World card here. By you closing out this energy of lack, not having or not being worthy or whatever the fuck this is, by you closing out this cycle of lack, it's allowed for you to really, really go after your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Once you realize that you are not destined to be outside of what you want, right? Once you accepted and embraced the fact that you are destined for greatness, you are destined to be, I don't know what you do for work, but you realizing that your career and your finances need to be based on your heart. It's like once you realize that, it's like, I don't know, everything just started making sense. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Meaning that once you realize that you have to do what you love, it's like, wow, you got the job of your dreams. You're in the field that you love. You're making the right connections, you're networking, you're building, and it's easy and it's effortless. I'm not picking up anything where you have to pump your chest and work hard for. I don't want to sit here and say it's being handed to you or being given to you. You had to work for this. But I'm picking up all the work that you've done up to this point for 2023. This is your year to receive, bro. And whatever you're going to receive, I'm picking up, you're going to be very fucking happy. So with the Queen of Swords here and the Nine of Cups, can we have one for this, please? It's like you're moving forward with a vengeance, they're saying. You're moving forward with intention of opportunity. And it's like you're seeing the light, you're seeing the potential. You in everything. You might meet a person and I don't know, it's just everything is just making sense. Wow, things are coming together, this. It's kind of as you go day by day, you're meeting the right people, you're networking, you could be, I don't know, getting all these opportunities that you've never had before, all these offers. It's starting to feel like, yeah, this was meant to be. This is where I'm supposed to be, right? Because when you feeling that fight, it's just because you're trying to force it. It's kind of like things are almost falling in your lap when it comes to your career and finance. And it's because of all the hard work that you've done up to this point, and you're on your destined path. So these are just indicators that the job that you're doing, the money that you're making is leading you to even more success, because this is your destined path. 1818 on the clock as I say this. So clarifying the second message here, you have the Four of Cups in a transitional stage with the Three of Swords here. Okay. And I'm picking up here, as you continue to see your potential and your destiny and, what you're supposed to be doing, the money that you're supposed to be making, I'm picking up here that you're no longer going to be settling for fucking less, period. And it might come off as you making head over heart decisions, but I'm picking up a business type of energy, a boss energy. So you're bossing up, right? As you are basking in your destined path. As you see that, your clientele is building and things are working out for you in this career, or your boss is giving you more recognition, more acknowledgement, things are really panning out and you're really building a career. 19 on the clock as I say this, it's you're not settling for less anymore, because you're no, I know my worth, I know my work, I know my talent, and I know that this is a passion. I'm not settling for less, type of energy here. It's if this is not pushing you, if it's going forward, if it doesn't push you to keep building, and if it doesn't benefit your career, you're not doing it. Maybe in the past you may have, tried to settle for any little opportunities or offers because it was a little bit, and I don't know, to you, you saw it as like a stepping stone. It's like you're not even in that energy anymore. It's almost as if like you don't give a fuck what the offer is, bro. You know your worth, you know your talent, you know what you come with. You're not settling for less. If someone is not coming to you saying the right things and acknowledging your talent, you're not accepting it. I hope this makes sense, right? Because you've worked too hard, you've been through too much, and you're receiving all these accolades that are proving to you that you know your stuff. Why would you sit here and settle for less? I hope this is making sense. Okay. Death card is here at the bottom of the deck. I'm like I said, I'm picking up here like this major transformation between your old self and your new self, because number one, you're much more ascended. Okay. And because you're much more ascended and you've healed and whatever, you are attracting the right things. We still have the Lovers card here at the bottom of the deck. I did not move this because this was from the first message here. And this is just an indicator to me that things are coming together for you as they are supposed to be. And because of that, you see your potential. You're not settling for less. Okay? If it's something, not to sound cocky or anything, but you're much more confident. Thank you, Spirit. You're much more confident in your work. And you know your worth. You know, if it's bonus time or if it's raise time and you're talking to your boss, you're talking to your manager and you're like, $1? Whoever you are and picking up, you're willing to negotiate because you know your worth and talent, and you know what you've contributed to the company or the brand or whatever have you. Like, you know your worth now, and I'm really picking up like you're not settling for less, bro. So congratulations. You know, and this to me is also proof that you're acknowledging everything that you've been through up to this point, right? So for the last message here, we're going to clarify this. And like I was picking up here, you know, you're learning how to make good, clear, concise 2222 on the clock as I say this. You're learning how to make the right decisions when it comes to you, your career, and your finances. You're not settling. You're not letting anybody manipulate you. You're not letting anybody talk you out of something or talk you into something. It's literally you saying, does this benefit me? Does this support my goals? Does this support my dreams? Or does this do the opposite? Right? And if it does the opposite, you're like, no matter how good it sounds, I'm not doing it. And that's awesome. That's empowerment right there, right? So let's get one for this last message. When it comes to your career and finance, this Page of Pentacles, thank you, Spirit. So you have the Fool card, and we have the Fool card out here twice, actually. This Fool card fell out in between the first and second message. So what this is giving me is, this is new for you. You know, like I said, this is just an indicator that this is a new cycle for you in your career and finance. You know your worth. You're not settling for less, and you're standing behind your talent and your expertise, right? They just said to me, you know, when somebody asks to speak to the manager, right? And the manager is supposed to support both sides, but the manager is supposed to support the employee, right? Because as a manager, you're supposed to reiterate the policies. You're supposed to stand behind the brand, stand behind the company. What they're giving me is, you're the employee and the manager, bro. Okay? Whoever you are, you're backing yourself and saying, I understand, you know, like let's say back to that raise example, you're saying, I understand that you feel that $1 is enough for me, but you are going to show up as a manager and say, I've done this, that, and the third for this company over the past year. I strongly believe that with my talent and expertise and all the efforts and sacrifices that I made for this company, $1 is just truly not enough. You're going to speak up for yourself, right? Just in this energy, in this example, excuse me, basking in this energy. Thank you, Spirit. Like you might even argue $2. You'll settle for $2, maybe three. You know, you might even propose $3. If $3 is pushing it, you'll say, you know what, I'll settle for two, but $1 just isn't enough for me. And after that conversation, the type of energy that I'm picking up here is that you're willing to sit here and say, well, if you don't acknowledge me, I have to go. 25 just passed on the clock. So what I almost felt compelled to say is it's a 50-50 thing. If you don't feel supported from that company, knowing how much you put in and you do, you're willing to go somewhere else that is going to acknowledge you, is going to take care of you. You're not going to settle for less anymore. I hope that made sense. Why is the Fool card here? Can I have one for the Fool card? Magician in the transitional stage. I'm telling you, like, it's like you're basking so much in your power because you know your worth and what you want and what you're manifesting that you're not going to let anybody stop what you got going on. And that's just on period. Even if that means that you have to move on. Even if that means that you've outgrown the place that you worked before and they don't want to acknowledge you, you're like, okay, well, with all due respect, I'm moving on. Because you're not going to stay somewhere. What I'm picking up here with this energy, you're not going to stay somewhere that wants to keep you oppressed and stuck and stagnant. Like, you're looking to expand. You're being called to expand. So whoever you are, okay, you're not going to let anything drain you or whatever. You're just going to sit here and say, you know, regardless, you're not going to say it to them, but you're going to make that decision like, okay, well, I've outgrown this place. I got to go. I'm looking for more. And that's just what I'm getting here. I hope this message makes sense. You have the Death card here at the bottom of the deck, and that's how we're going to end this major transformation here in your career and finance. And keep up the great work, because whoever you are, I mean, you're only leveling up. We're going to close this out with the Starseed Oracle, because you're seeing things from a different perspective, you know, in all areas of your life. And you're not settling for less for anything for that matter. So let's get something. I hope this message made sense. I know it was general, but this is a general message, but this was the message. So you have star ancestors that fell out in the transitional stage. These cards are drop dead gorgeous. They are stunning to me. I love all these depictions on these cards. But you have star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper, that fell out in the transitional stage. Yeah, that's an indicator to me that whatever you're choosing to do for your career in finance, like I said, if you're not at this point, you're probably coming up on this portion of the journey, or you will be, okay? So with this star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper, is giving me is that ultimately this year you're going to see your truest potential, and you're going to see your talent for what it is. And if you haven't seen it yet, I would say by the end of this year, maybe even, you know, the mid-quarter, whatever, but you will start to see that you are destined for more. And I don't, you know, I'm not picking up here that at the end of this year, you're going to be in the same, predicament that you're in now, because whoever you are, if you're resonating with this, I'm picking up like you're not settling for less, bro. Like by the end of this year, like you will be much further than where you are now, just because you know you're confident in your work, and it's starting to speak for itself, and it's obvious. So you cannot settle for less. You will not settle for less. And I feel that you will ultimately unlock even more power in your talent and what you know and your expertise. And I feel like it's just you're only gonna just keep leveling up. So I think that settling for less bullshit is done. You left that shit out in the cold last year. So congratulations. We also have empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours, in earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. You know, like I said, you've been accepting your potential, your true potential, and you're breaking free from everyone else's expectations, and you're learning how to just do you. I mean, look at the depictions. It's like you're seeing yourself for who you are, and you're saying, well, you know, this is me. And if you don't accept it, if you can't accept the fact that I want to do this and I want to be this type of person, then I mean, you're not dealing with it. Okay, if someone is, all those naysayers and negative influencers, you know, you're not going to allow them to have a say in what you do. Period. You do have some family members sometimes, or some friends sometimes, that sit there and tell you that you can't do anything because they can't see the vision. What I'm picking up is that has nothing to do with you. Not no more. So keep moving forward. I hope something in this reading resonated. Congratulations and cheers to you. Okay, bye.